Let's see where he's at.
Island has a lot of different terrain. It's quite hilly, which I didn't expect. Oh, who's this? Who's this guy? What's up, buddy? Come here. You want a treat? Nope. Hi, how are you?
Is that the owner?
Good, good. I did mention this before, but there is an entire staff living on this island and maintaining it because it is that big.
Yo, probably the staff lives there more than the owner. That's what's crazy about this whole thing. That's what a waste of money, bro.
That's another thing. Everywhere you look, you have these kind of moments. Like I looked at the stairs behind us with the trees forming that bridge. That's like a wedding photo spot right there. And I hate the term moments. I heard one agent say that once and it kind of got caught in my real estate vernacular. But there really are these moments all over the island, and that's due to the landscaping. But off to my right here, we've got a full-size tennis court. And I love how they actually use cedar from the island to make the fence around the courts there. Every single tree is labeled, and that was not an exaggeration. This is a slippery elm. Actually, I'm gonna read that. So every slippery elm tree contains a substance that becomes a slick gel when mixed with water, which then smooths the throat, stomach, and mouth because of the antioxidants that relieve inflammation. That's actually sick. The fact that they have, one, the tree's labeled, but then the holistic use for that said tree. Wow. I'm gonna have to read each one. Well, that's the thing, you could get lost on this island. You could come here and spend an entire week and get lost. For example, that's the guest house.
Holy shit.
And the guest house was also built in 1902, and you can tell that by the wide floor planks below the feet. I believe this is a
the guest house looks better than the regular people's house.
3-bedroom. You wanna actually check upstairs first? So we're right off the door, guest bedroom, and again, this is like the cottage, and this house is a pretty sizable house.
What?
You can tell by the steepness of the staircase, also the age of the house. That's cool. Chimney right here.
Sharing fucking room in a $35 million home is crazy. They got 2 beds in one room, bro. There's no way they could have not built in another room.
One of the bedrooms, this one has an ensuite bathroom. Actually, check this out. Funky tiling here. Oh, this actually wraps around here. Come this way. Oh, this is sick. I didn't expect this. So there's actually a little balcony over the front here, so you get a better view of the tennis court there. So back on downstairs, it's all open concept. So you got the kitchen right here open with a little section there, dining room here, and then again, this is like the just hangout area here with a little couch. But this is the part about the guest house that is the best. Look at this. You've got the sound of the waves lapping up on the rocks, the sounds of the seagulls, views of all the other islands, which, I mean, I didn't know that this area was specifically known for these old world mansions on these outcroppings. Crazy view.
That's fire.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
that's outdoor dining.
A lot, half of those.
And then the porch wraps around the whole house.
Half of that money.
Wherever you look, beautiful landscaping. So behind me at the tennis court, in front of me, there is a custom Jack Nicklaus designed putting green meant to replicate Pebble Beach on this island. With the views of the ocean right in front of you, it's pretty next level.
Holy shit,
not too hard of a putt.
With that one, bro.
But all for the guest house, this is pretty sweet. I was showing again the island really, did I just step in crap? No, it was mud. We're good. I was showing the island really briefly, so I have a bit of a lay of the land, but check out this. So this
is the second time we're watching him, and he has no information for us because he's just seen the product. Like, remember the other house we watched? He's like, oh, I just seen the house recently, so I don't really know a lot of it. It's like same thing every time we watch these videos.
Like a Home Depot style greenhouse, and the past owners, they kept palm trees in here, which is why it's like 35-foot high ceiling. All right, we are now locked out.
Is that a greenhouse?
Welcome to your greenhouse where you can fit palm trees. And speaking of Home Depot, like this is the Home Depot section for plants like, at this house here. And currently it just has a bunch of random miscellaneous things in it. Whew. And we haven't even shown the house yet. I kind of like this style of a tour, very casual, just taking in the land. So we actually have, this is just built in with the natural stones on the island, this path. So I want to thank the sponsor of this week's episode, BetterHelp, and in doing so, I wanted to share some.
What does BetterHelp have to do with the
through the phone? You do
with selling houses?
Like indefinitely for almost a month. If you did buy this or you own this, you would need this to get around because it's that big. It's over 7 acres. There's actually an old track here built in where I'm guessing this is the old boat slip. And follow me this way. This is dock number 2. And this is the one sandy beach on the island because the rest of it again is just rock to the water. It slips for 3 Sea-Doos here. There's some jet skis down there. That's the utility boat for hauling large things. And I love at the end of the dock.
Jay, you think it comes with the jet skis and everything? You think it comes with the jet ski and the boat? You think that's why it's $35 million home? If it comes with it, maybe
20 foot by
even
10
with
foot,
that, maybe
that's
like
probably an understatement. Man, I don't get political in these videos, but this island is an echo to a time when America was in a lot better state. People built houses like this to last. And it's actually interesting. Every single island here has a flag flying. Off of that secondary dock behind me, we have this gravel path which connects the whole island, so to save time walking. Movie magic, we're at the end of the gravel walkway where we have I believe don't quote me here, one of the, I would say 5 or 6 structures on the island. And actually, can you see that in the camera? Look at the house, the main house. I love the hill and the approach of the island, how you see the house from multiple angles, but not fully yet. But this is the art studio, which is built in with these hard stones on these pillars.
Art studio?
We got the groundskeeper to bring us the key. I have yet to see in here, so. Oh wow, this is a lot more than I was expecting. This is pretty sweet. Oh, and the smell in here, wow. So this is like a proper just little studio with a built-in kitchen here. I'm actually gonna claw up this. So check this out. We actually have a solid amount of room up there.
Holy
Not
shit.
too bad.
Why would you need a bed in an art studio? What type of, you sleeping in there, nigga? Like what type of shit's going on? They got a kitchen in there too?
And I love how we're facing west. Lots of light. And then
you're right, bro. You can put whatever the fuck you want in there when you're rich.
With no shower, wow, it's just a powder room. Tiny little bathroom in here. But for a nice little studio, the crazy thing is, I would like sleeping here maybe more than in the main house. I don't think we're missing too much in here, so we're gonna actually just take you to the house now. Look at this landscape. Again, every time I say landscaping, kidding. But look. You got this stone leading up this staircase here, built in again to this natural hill. And look at the chimneys. Look at those Tudor chimneys rising up with the red clay roof. I love how they had the blue on the actual side of the house. But shall we go inside? So we're entering technically the back of the home up these stairs here. And this in itself is just a nice little courtyard. Again, this is where we started the tour when we went that way. So entering the house, where if you didn't know, now you do.
Hold on, Chad. Hold on, Chad.
This is where we started the tour.
This entrance is so fucking fire, bro. I don't even know what it is. Like, the color of the grass and everything. You think, nah. When did they film this? 1 year ago. It could be around like December or like fall. I don't think it gives you an exact date, but that shit is fire. I don't know what it is.
Tour
the grass, just the color of the plants, the trees. And look at the house. Okay, look at the house. This shit reminds me of, you know, that one house from what's it called? From that one anime. What's it called? It's like Asta or something. Black Clover. It reminds me of that house from Black Clover. That's what it is. It looks exactly like that house from Black Clover. You see what I'm saying, chat? Because when they pan out on Black Clover, they have the same house. Let me play it and I'll show you guys.
Where if you didn't know, now you do. We are on Rogers Island, so we have a big purple and green Rogers Island rug here in the entryway, which I want to notice how thin this is. So this is the back door. That's the front door. We'll get out there in a sec, but off to my left here, this is the entertaining room. You've got 2 long tables here. Original fireplace there with marble over top, and this is again just like the hangout room. Now, I would have loved to have seen this home before it was renovated, but I'm believing that this is original here. So you have the trim going more than halfway up the walls there. Back into the main entry area, off to the other wing of the house. Oh, look at the light right now. So this is like your kind of informal living room, original brick fireplace there, and look at, wow, the light in the kitchen right now. So we have tons of sunlight pouring into this kitchen. This was just redone with marble island front and center. I love how you have the kind of the gold
like
trimming around all the cabinets. And then here we just got to pop these open to see if there's any.
Oh wait,
nothing, no food. But you've got two huge Sub-Zeros. These open to see if there's any entry area off to the other wing of the house.
That's a fucking ugly as a rug. I'm not gonna lie, that shit looks horrible.
Oh, look at the light right now. So this is like your kind of informal living room, original brick fireplace there, and look at, wow, the light in the kitchen right now. So we have tons of sunlight pouring into this kitchen. This was just redone with marble island front and center. I love how you have the kind of the gold trimming around all the cabinets.
Like natural lighting.
And then here we just gotta pop these open to see.
That little gold trim, you see that on the white?
If there's any, nothing, no food. But you've got two huge Sub-Zeros, freezers down below, and then marble on the countertop, backsplash. Damn, this is an 8-burner range. So this is a proper chef's kitchen. That term again is tossed around in real estate, but this is actually one. This is pretty sweet too. You have a little daybed here along this window with a view to the west for your sunsets. Then you have a little wet bar here. I actually love how they have the faucets. These are kind of rusted up and more antique looking. Open shelving there. I'll point this out here. We're not gonna go up.
You know what I like about this house? I like the aspect that it looks like a normal house. Like, look, like the living room is not fucking wide. There's no big ass chandelier like that. Looks like it doesn't look like hotels. You know what I mean? It looks like a normal house. It looks like regular people's houses. Everybody would be comfortable and everything. Can see the TV. There's no fucking big ass chandelier going around. There's no big ass wall. You're not like that far away from the fucking TV. There's not a big ass thing right here. Like, it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't look like a hotel lobby. It looks like a regular home.
This staircase. So this is the secondary staircase here. We'll go back down that one. I'm gonna save this for a second, but the wraparound porch in this house, the porch is almost nicer than the inside. Like, I would spend all my time out there. But I'm gonna take you up to the second floor now.
They gotta get rid of that shit.
So again, double width stairwell here, leading up to this landing, which runs the entire length of the home. In front of us, this is the owner's wing of the house. So again, you've got this brick fireplace, unfortunately painted white in my opinion, but then again, you have all this millwork over top the fireplace. Little, I guess, not a wet bar, but you've got the coffee maker here, mini fridge, and then the space is divided by king size bed here. And then the TV, I believe, I don't have the remote, but it pockets in and comes out of here, keeping your views of the lawn, just so you have nice views of all that landscaping. And then off to my left, whoa, this is actually my first time seeing this. Come check this out. Look at this bathroom. Oh man. Cedar sauna.
You see
in
the arch?
bathroom.
The arch is fire too.
If you know about the benefits of a sauna, you know. I'm sold. Aside from this, you got the dual vanity. I believe this is quartz on the countertop. Huge mirror going around there. Funky light fixtures and funky skull art too. You've got the shower with 2 of the fattest rainfall showers.
Did you see what I saw, chat?
You've got the shower.
Why is there a mirror in the fucking shower? That threw me off. I ain't never seen no mirror, no shower. Not a day in my life. Well, how much videos we watched from them too, from like this guy and other people, we ain't never seen no shower with no mirrors.
With 2 of the fattest rainfall shower heads I've seen in a home. Speaker in this shower, lights built in here. I would call this a smart shower because it definitely is. And then you got these cool little kind of river stones on the floor and this like almost glass tiling here.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Ceilings. Glass.
I don't like the floor being that. That looks shitty. That looks cheap. That looks shit. This $35 million home. This looks shitty.
door, vent over
Better
top.
floor for the shower. That's what they need to do right there.
Back out through the bedroom space. There's actually also almost like a little changing area here that I didn't point out. So we have closet space on either side, and you could put like a little daybed here and change. But I like this little area. And then again, the views of the greenery. But if we leave the owner's suite, back out off the stairwell, you can really see the length of the house here. And that's done to optimize all the guest bedrooms so everyone has a view. And we're gonna just go into more of them than not, because they're all pretty funky themed. I mean, this is just like,
Holy.
you got the beachy vibes in here. And I want to also point out that this home, like the agent said, who's buying this, typically this would be someone's second, third, fourth home. So it's currently staged as that. It's staged very much as a fun summer home that they'd come to on the weekends. Now we're entering the earthy room.
Every house has a different color.
Bright green carpet. And I want to show you the bathrooms because
every room.
This is Jack and Jill bathroom connecting these two rooms here. And these are actually some original, like that's an original toilet for sure. But then on the other side, check out this. This is one of the larger guest bedrooms with even, look at the walls here. This is wild. Bold choices for the furnishings. I like it. Because sometimes I feel like people go with the subdued and this is really taking a whack at it. And from this room, you actually have more windows than the previous one, so you have views of the actual sea, views of the lawn, and sunlight.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit is dog shit.
Look at this.
That walls.
I've always wanted one of these, like an actual piggy bank. The joy of slamming this thing open. I don't know why that was just speaking to me. But out of this bedroom, oh, this is cool too. So I would imagine when this was built, there was no air conditioning. So that's pretty sweet that they left that, that top vent for airflow in the house. So for perspective, we have one more bedroom down here. Quickly just come into this one. Again, there's 10 bedrooms in the entire house. For me, it's fun to see because traditionally a lot of these older homes, they do have bathrooms which are also serving as connecting the guest rooms. Whereas nowadays you just have the ensuite because people kind of want their privacy. But as you can see, it's connecting to the game room. So we're above the kitchen as far as layout of the home. And this is the game room. We've got a pool table, hangout area, views to the west of the water, sunlight pouring in here. And just again, for the perspective, this was the staircase off of the kitchen. So this would be like the secondary staircase. And we're only on the second floor. And I mentioned how imposing this house was. So there's still one more floor.
You think they got a movie? They definitely got a movie theater, bro. There's no way.
And here you can even see the design of the roof slanting now down this hallway. We're just gonna quickly walk through here. Oh, I haven't even seen any of this yet, so we're gonna actually go through all of this. Another guest bedroom, and I have to say, I feel like this house is bigger than 10,000 square feet. I mean, it feels like that. I think that's just the layout of older homes. They really, I'm not sure. It feels substantial. So out of this guest room, this is the guest bedroom floor. Actually, even some of the details in here haven't been pointed out, but it's very well done. This is the Americana room. Got the American blue bedpost here. I mentioned this down by the docks, but this is great to see. An Americana themed room. And also here, I want to point this out because this is actually the latch.
This is some shit Stan would live in, bro.
Maybe it's functioning, maybe not.
Like American
Dad. But that's
Dad.
how you open that, and that wasn't on the last one. This one does not have a bathroom. The bathroom's actually right here in the hallway. And we have another guest bedroom here. This is the Rock'em Sock'em Robots bedroom. Got some retro going on here. Okay, I have to point this out. So this is like proof of that. So back in the day, this is purely for airflow. And I noticed the house is very thin and the prevailing winds typically in the summertime come off the ocean. So the breeze would come from the ocean right through the house. And I imagine cooled down pretty decently. Given airflow to this hallway, which runs the entire length of the house again. Nice little in-seating there. We can quickly just...
Who's picking the themes for this fucking rooms, bro? This shit's kind of insane, bro. The rooms don't... Like, the rooms being different theme is alright if it makes sense. Like, some of it doesn't make sense. Like, we went from the Americana room to the fucking robot room, which is...
Walk in here, because again, 10 bedrooms, like... This is the pink room. There's a sign that says giggle. I like keeping it light. It's good to see. Oh, wow. Okay, this one is sweet. Actually, the layouts of these rooms are pretty awesome. They're very thematic and specific with the color themes. So we're back down to the first floor.
That's some shit they put you in when they kidnap you as like a kid.
This might be one of the most beautiful wraparound porches in the country.
Clean.
This is a proper covered porch. You can tell by how deep it is, and it wraps around the entire house. And we're catching it right now at golden hour with the light coming in like this. I love just the mix of materials too. Red brick. Imagine working out on this porch. You got the Peloton, a treadmill, you got some free weights. Working out in nature is one of my favorite things because there's just something about hearing the birds and the winds and the smells on this island. That's something that you're not even picking up on. The combination of whatever these trees are, the aroma in the air is so...
Imagine busting a fat nut in this house. Really? Really, guys? Really? I see multiple of you guys posted that thing too. Multiple of you posted that shit too.
Oh, it just smells like summertime. I want to also mention the use of, again, those Japanese maples that really highlight the red brick here in the house. And just take a look at this frame coming down the porch with the light coming in. Nice little seating area here.
It's a clean, nice porch, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Serenity is the name of the game with this island.
It's not a lot going on.
And look how it opens up on the corners.
Which makes it better.
Where you have a banquet table, red brick everywhere, facing west with this banquet table. There's something so special about wraparound porches making a home feel like a home. And then this also goes down here to the rest of the land. So off of the back wraparound porch, now you can get that view of that opening shot with the architecture of this home, just the pure symmetry. And I mentioned this before, but the presence of the house, again, built in 1902, they don't build like this anymore. And you can see just in the frame how, I mean, look at this thing. It looks like a European.
What do you think this is supposed to be, chat? What do you think that shit is supposed to be?
I'm
not gonna lie, it's clean. Like, I think, is it worth 35 million? No, but I think it's pretty clean. Like, I think, like, it looks homey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the difference between this home and a lot of homes we've seen. It looks more homey. It looks more nice. Like, it feels like people could live in there.
State. It doesn't look like it would be in Connecticut. I'd also want to point out the landscaping again. Like, they kept all the features. Like, these are glacial deposits that they just left in the grass. And
glacial deposits?
I can't mention enough and state enough how well of a job they did with the landscaping of the entire island too. That's why I want to just really walk you through the place. And where we're going is actually, we saved the best for last. You've got the granite pavers built into the glacial deposits of granite, leading down the stairs to what I could only describe as the type of pool that would be, like the agent said, at an Amman, a 5-star hotel. Like, just we'll swing around and get a little glimpse of this pool. So built into this granite pool deck, you've got your hot tub. You could swim laps in this pool, and then just day beds on day beds, more seating area, and the pool house. Keeping with the theme. And look at, like, I would live in this pool house. I'd be very happy. So you've got vaulted ceilings with, I believe those are transom windows, but it's kind of meant to mimic an old, like a crow's or widow's watch. So a lot of these old houses have widow's watches where the actual wife would go and look towards the sea for their husband or their sons out there sailing. And I like how they have that there to let the light into the space. You even have a kitchen built in here. Windows everywhere, doors opening on all 4 corners. Got a TV, but why would you ever be watching a TV here? And you have a nice little dining room space off to the side here. And just views of the sea. And then the patio leads down this double staircase, which meets perfectly in the center here, to the point of the island, where we have a gazebo built onto this open rock face. And I actually did get lost, like actually.
That's the magic of the island.
It is one of those places though where like I want to stay. I wish I had $35 million. If someone did have that, where can they find out more information?
They can look me up at Jennifer Leahy at Elliman.com.
You heard that, Chad?
I hope you're well watching this.
Go buy this house. I'm pretty sure I have some very, very wealthy chatters in here. If you do, let me know so I can come and live at your guest house, you know? We'll party in there.